y'all. Hey, welcome to another episode of All Over the Place with Jay on our YouTube Dish and Dirt channel. Okay, so I'm going to be recapping Married to Medicine season 12 episode 13, and then as well as the Belle Collective, which is season 7 episode 4. Okay, so the episode pretty much starts off, and I recapped a lot of this already, so from the trailer, so I'm just going to just zoom through the Married to Medicine. And so the episode starts off, the men are talking, so they go off into like have a therapy session, the women go have a kiki and a knee slap. And doing the therapy session, I want to touch on this one real quick because it was like the major thing. What's his name? Curtis, who is Dr. Jackie's husband. Has the nerve, y'all. Has the nerve. And I don't know if you guys know the history of the, I'm pretty sure you do. If you watch Married to Medicine, I'm pretty sure you know that, I forget what season it actually was, back in early seasons, like season 3, 4, I don't know. He was caught cheating with a younger girl out of the country, where, you know, somewhere where Jackie wasn't at. Publicly on TV, she chose to stay with him and all that stuff. You know, she's quad is going through her IVF journey, and she is Quad's doctor. Her husband comes out of his mouth and addresses King, and pretty much was saying like their IVF journey has not worked for them because they're not married. And you know, like he's like, this is just biblical. I'm going by biblical. If you're going by biblical, Curtis, please explain. So infidelity don't have nothing to do with that? Adultery? That's not in the Bible? So why would you come out your mouth? I don't know if that mole is squeezing your face too tight. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I don't know what's going on with one of the husbands said something about he too young to have dementia. Something's going on with Curtis. I don't know if he wanted to get a high up on King because he's the new young dude. I don't know if he's hating on King. I don't know what's going on with him. But I know this: he needs to shut up. Okay, you need to go find some business and mind some business, because who are you to tell anybody? And it's wrong. It's just like, what did Quad do to you? It's wrong. You know that girl is trying to have a baby. Clearly she ain't worried about getting married. I'll get to that too, because she contradicted herself. So it's a couple things that happened in this episode. I like, I definitely have my chin up to the sky and wondering what's going on here, because it's just some things that are kind of not making sense. I'm not sure if editing was kind of done weird, but I wanted to start off with that, talking about Curtis having his nerve to come at King in regards to their IVF journey and them not being married and trying to have a baby. Sir, now I know you and Jackie couldn't have kids, but wasn't y'all trying? Or because if not, did she have a miscarriage? I believe I'm not sure if she had a miscarriage or before she could even try to conceive, but I know this. We went back and checked the records, and yeah, baby, y'all was trying to have kids before y'all got married too. So have a seat, sir. Have a seat with your cheating ass. Don't nobody want to hear from your ugly behind. Okay, forgive me, Lord, because he's just unattractive. But listen, so today's my bestie's birthday, birthday. Happy birthday, B. And so her favorite wine is this rosé that's in like a barefoot, y'all. Like, we ain't bougie like that. It's a barefoot. And I seen it today. I had to get a bottle and tease her because she's hard for her to find in LA. I don't know why. Well, the big bottle's hard to find. So this is rosé. I know it looks different, but I got kombucha. I can't drink my wine straight no more. But I got some kombucha in here. Some passion fruit. It's good. Cheers. Again, happy birthday, B. Okay, so anyways, he comes out his face with that. King definitely defends himself and just like, listen, sir, like, you know, like pretty much don't be coming at me. You know what I'm saying? He definitely defended himself in regards to, you know, and he didn't say this to him, which I wish he would have, but in the confessional, he was like, I don't think Curtis is the one to be telling nobody. I wish he would have said that. I was like, you should have told his behind that, because he got his nerve. Like they and then I believe Dr. Damon busted in, and he was just like, you know, like, that's y'all business. And so he kind of corrected it too. Like I feel like all the men should have jumped on him. Like, sir, if any, like, you don't need to be the one saying nothing. Okay, point blank in the period. And so yeah, the Jamaican women come up and get the massages. I recapped this already. They all get massages. Dr. Damon, Smooth Lies, and Dr. Heavenly's face, Smooth. Okay, Smooth Lies. She's like, you didn't get a massage, did you, Daddy? Even though she really gets on my nerves with him. Talking about he only get massages to people I find. Girl, gone. Girl, get out of here. And but y'all will show at the what's the name, getting rubbed on too. So I don't know what the problem was. I really don't. It's like, women just be too much. Like, stop it. Like, y'all can do whatever y'all want. Just like Eugene said. He said this is the revenge of the sipping pain. Exactly. Y'all can know, y'all know, looking at penises and they just getting their little legs rubbed. Like, if you don't relax, I kind of do feel like Dr. Contessa's husband did a little bit too much, protect off his shirt, especially since his chest ain't chesting. It was giving female breast. But I hated to hear that they're broke up now too. I'm like, dang, because King and Quad are now are no longer together, and Dr. Contessa and I forget his name. Dr. broke up now too, because they was married for like 20 something years. I really am rooting for Dr. Simone and Cecil. I really am. But yeah, I was laughing when Dr. Damon moved like, she's like, did you give a massage? She said no, like it wasn't nothing. And it is kind of telling, because this ain't his first time moved lying to Dr. Heavenly. Because are they not? He's on edge right now because he's not speaking to his son. But didn't he know that he was arrested and chose not to tell Dr. Heavenly? Sure did. So Dr. Damon, I used to always be giving you credit by being one of the favorite husbands, but you listen, you be lying a lot to your wife now. You be lying a lot now, sir. But yeah, let me get into the three things that had my chin up with my finger on my chin. I said, this is not making any sense to me. And like I said, I don't know if I'm editing or what. First of all, Quad, and I kind of feel like they're making up storylines, because Quad gonna come out her face out of nowhere. They talk about something else. Quad gonna be like, who here has a perfect marriage? First of all, that's a stupid ass question, because I know you ain't never been, or no, Quad has been married. It's just a stupid ass question, because anybody that's been married will know. Anybody that ain't been married will tell you, ain't no such thing as no perfect marriage. Okay? Just like ain't no such thing as nobody being perfect, ain't no such thing as no relationship being perfect at all, period, point blank and the period. None. So I didn't understand why she asked that question. I was like, it sounded like that was a planted question, and y'all was looking for which of course I know they have to make up scenarios and scenes, but that question just came out of nowhere. Dr. Heavenly go wave both her hands. Oh, you got the perfect marriage, but your husband be lying to your face, and that's why you ain't talking to your son now, because he chose not to tell you. But okay, then go off. And so she asked who has a perfect marriage, which I feel like was a setup. And so like I said, Dr. Heavenly raised both her hands up. But then later on, when they're having the Kiki session, she was saying how sometimes she look at him in his sleep and want to slap the shit out. I was like, why? Damn. And I've been with my husband for 26 years. Now, I'm not gonna lie, okay? When I've been pregnant with one of our 3 children, so I gave my husband 3. I didn't want no kids. I gave my husband 3 sons. Now, while pregnant, I have kicked him, and I've also kicked him because he rolled over one of my babies. So I had to kick him. I'm talking about chin up to my knee up to my chin to kick him out the bed when he rolled over my baby. But I have slapped him awake while being pregnant. But that's only because while I'm over here sleeping like the elephant man, okay, damn near standing up sleep because I'm so uncomfortable. You over there. No, like for real, smiling for real. Like for real smiling. Like I know he was just having a peaceful sleep, and he didn't know that I'm sitting up here watching him and baby kicking, acting a fool, can't sleep, just all kind of fat and hot, just all kind of shit. You know what I mean? And so I have put my hands on my husband while he was asleep, but that's because I was pregnant. So that's different. I've never looked at him without being pregnant and wanted to slap him. No, maybe because I adore my husband. I thought Dr. Heavenly did too, but I watch him sleep a lot because I have insomnia. And I only be like, oh, I love him. I don't ever want to slap him away. Pregnant, you can't count nothing when a woman's pregnant. You can't count it. Sorry, we over here, we're carrying life, Unless you've done it, don't say nothing. And if you have, you know what I mean. Okay. So I thought that was weird. I was like, Dr. Heavenly, like, what he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all doing in the house during the day? And then another part with Dr. Simone. I love you to Dr. Simone. She does definitely crack me up, okay? When I tell you she pulled up and King was over there minding his own business, y'all. He was over there like, yeah. Dr. Simone must have came and pulled up in his ear, was like, when y'all go up in this therapy session, she was like, don't be acting chauvinistic. He was like, ain't nothing about me chauvinistic. She was like, everything about you is chauvinistic. And it was just out of nowhere. And I'm like, where is Quiet? And why ain't nobody getting it? Where's Cecil? Oh, get your wife. Like, why? Pulled up in his face, y'all. And was just like, yeah, when y'all go up, try not to be so chauvinistic. I'm like, what has he done? Just because, maybe because Quad was over there saying that he want her to take care of him more. And Dr. Heavenly damn sure said, yeah, y'all got my fan. Listen, ain't nobody playing. Dr. Heavenly was like, why? Because Quad said while the girls were getting their rub down, she after she asked who had the perfect marriage, and they was like, what else does King want from you? And she was like, to be catered to more. And so, you know, Heavenly was just like, why is he getting wifely duties if he ain't no wife? And Quad said she's not concerned with getting married. But I did wonder if you're not concerned with getting married, but you told the girls that he asked you to get married at the courthouse one day when y'all at the condo because it was up the street, and then he told the man that he didn't want to get married. And so those three things, I'm over here like, I don't know if the editing was out of place, but it wasn't adding up. Like, make it make sense. Like, Quad, are you lying? Or did he really say, let's go get married? And then his, because she thought she wasn't taking him serious when he said it. And she was like, no, I want something more structured or planned for us. And then, so I don't know if he told the fellas that after, because he did say, let's go to the courthouse and get married. And she kind of was like, I kind of want something more set in stone for us. And she said his mannerism changed. So maybe he changed his mind on getting married. But he definitely made it quite clear to those men, like, we're on our own journey. Like, we're making rules for what we want. Like, don't worry about if we ain't getting married or not. But I definitely was looking at the screen like, like, Dr. Heavenly confused me, but she be saying shit and contradicting herself all the time. But yeah, that had me confused about how she got a perfect marriage. She want to put up two hands, but she want to slap her husband away. Okay, makes no sense to me. And then another point that I was, looking like, okay, even though Dr. Contessa and her husband are not together no more, when I think his name is Dr. Scott, I believe his name is Scott. When Angel comes up with Bernard, who's I guess handsome, Angel says she just want to be friends with him now, and I am confused because Toya said, why would you invite him on a couple trip? Like, ain't he gonna start thinking that we a couple again? Like, for real? Like, girl, why would you invite him on a couple trip if he gonna stay in another room and if y'all just gonna be friends? Like, I'm confused, Angel. I'm confused, baby. She's a very pretty girl, got a cute shape. I know it was paid for, but still, very pretty girl. But I'm gonna go ahead and say you probably single because of you, baby. Okay. Because you're not making it make sense at all. But when they walk up, she was like, hey, this is Dr. Contessa. Dr. Contessa was like, hey, handsome. When I tell you her husband mustn't be like, I was like, dang, she can't call nobody. Like, and one of y'all ain't together no more. Like, what's going on here? Like, it just seemed like they have trust issues in their family. But I will say, it seemed like Dr. Contessa was the one that was ready to get out there in them streets. And so hopefully she's happy now. But baby, boo. I know I've been out the game for a long time. But when I tell you, it pays to have single people around you that's out here in these streets. It pays. Because when I tell you, they be like, the dating pool is full of nasty, dirty, funky, maggots, shit. Like, it's funky, nasty, dirty. Okay? Like, I do not wish to, listen, y'all go out there and have fun. I'm not the kind of girl, even when I was single. Okay. And then because Contessa's husband said something to her, she said, mind your skin. I didn't get that. And I know they live in the South. She said, mind your skin. I was like, I said, okay, girl. She checked him real quick and moved on about her business. I said, okay, then. So they play a little game. I don't even feel like getting into it. They play a little game. The man, like I said, Dr. Eugene is really getting on my nerves. Like, you can tell Dr. Damon, he even gave a heads up. Like, listen, I'm not in the point right now. Like, I'm just ready to go off on anybody. Like, don't play with me. Like, don't. Like, he pretty much he was like, yeah, during the next episode, he was like, I'm about to explode. I ain't talking to my son. I'm in a dark place. Don't say nothing to the kid. And I think he was trying to give Eugene a hint, because Eugene was kind of already hinting about saying something to Dr. Heavenly. Now, he didn't say that, but he was just talking about how he always blaming her for their fights. Okay, fine. Everybody know Dr. Heavenly a fool, but even King there was like, let the women handle that shit. Like, why are we over here talking about it? I want Dr. Eugene to go find some business, find another group of friends, like, do something, sir. How about you get at Toya the way you want Dr. Damon to get at Heavenly? Do that. Start with that. Start with your wife. That's the best bet. Start with your wife. Since you want Dr. Damon to put a muzzle on Dr. Heavenly, now you go ahead and put one on Toya, because she need one too. I don't know why Dr. Eugene is just stressing the fact that it's like, get out the girls' business. Let them be women. Let them be women. Like, they wasn't calling you Dr. Eugene for nothing, for play. They was not. Like, I am so over him, and like, for real. And so Dr. Damon, you could listen. When I tell you Dr. Damon was ready for him, Dr. Eugene didn't even get out what he wanted to say before Damon was like, don't say nothing about my family. Don't say nothing about my son. He said, everybody was like, who said something about your son, baby? Ain't nobody saying nothing about your son. Like, please, why are you going off? Why are you going off? We're about to go in. Okay? He was red tea. He was on the booty cheeks was on the lip of that couch. Like, what? Listen, he was ready for his ass, but I don't blame him. I'm just like, even though Dr. Damon wasn't gonna say nothing about Dr. Eugene wasn't gonna say nothing about his son, Dr. Damon was just like, I'm not it. I'm not here for it. Take it somewhere else. take it somewhere else, because I've been with upside your head. But they hugged it out at the end. But I do want, Toya need to have a little chit chat with Dr. Eugene. She need to have a little chit chat with him and be like, listen, baby, stay about the business, okay? She the one that calling him Dr. Eugenia and calling him female anyway. That's her fault. And so she needs to go ahead and tell him to bring it on down. Bring it on down. But it was a pretty good episode. If I had to rate this episode, because it's been giving me, they dragging stories out. I feel like they've been in Jamaica for 2 weeks on the episodes. It's just not giving me life. So if I had to rate it, I'll rate it like a 6. You know, like I'll probably rate it like a 6, mainly because Dr. Eugene's getting on my nerves so bad. Like, I really want him to go find some business. Like for real, he need to go find some. Okay, so let's go on to Belle Collective season 7, episode 4. Okay, so now let's not forget that the episode. Let's not forget the last episode. It ended with Glenn leaving the house because him and Letitia told him that she wanted to be celibate. When I tell you I was laughing, I don't blame her. Hopefully, I would never ever have to be in the situation that she's been in of not trusting her husband, because her husband wants him. He wants to be the head of the household. He wants her to depend on him. Now that she's trying to get her independency, she's not. You know, she doesn't want to be intimate with her husband because she wants a clear mind. So pretty much, being intimate with her husband is gonna have her like digmatized, and she want a clear mind. If just in case she got to leave his ass, she don't want to be like, oh, I mean, I couldn't do it. If I'm married, no. I mean, she married too. Listen. Like I said, hopefully I'll never know, and I'll probably leave. Because you wouldn't be able to say nothing to me. You wouldn't be able to say good morning. Did you say good morning to that hoe? You say good morning to her too? Yeah, that's just who I am, and my husband knows that already. So as much as I'm not a jealous person, he's not jealous either. We just totally trust. I trust my husband. Period. And if he were to be unfaithful, then that's it. Bye bye. I'm sorry, you wouldn't be able to say nothing to me. Not I love you, not hello, not good morning, nothing. And it would be a problem. So anyways, the episode starts off with her calling him because she left. And she was like, if you leave, it's over. I hate when people do that. Don't get nobody an ultimatum. Don't. Because you know they come. Matter of fact, I'm going to say go on just because you said that. Don't give me an ultimatum. Don't do it. So she's trying to get him to come back or whatever. So they're on the phone. He ended up hanging up with her on the phone with her because she's like, after all these years, you ain't never said nothing like that to me. And he was just so devastated that she was pretty much saying she don't want to have sex with him no more. And he was like, go find you a big energy dick nigga then, and left out the house. Probably went to go give with somebody else. That's what it gives. But he rode off, and then it goes to Carrie and Matt. They're at their house. So Carrie and Matt must live in Louisiana because the Bells live in Mississippi, Jackson. And so because they kept saying the Gulf, so she must live in Louisiana. But anyway, he's cleaning the pool. She come out there. He was like, "Oh, you got new hair?" Her hair looked a mess, by the way. I don't know why he was complimenting. It looked a mess. And she was like, she said it was a weave. I'm like, girl, I don't know if I think it's the weather out there in Louisiana, braids or something. But anyways, she was like, you know, I have new hair, whatever like that. And so they're discussing the fight. He was saying that he thought Glenn was really aggressive towards Latrice. I don't feel like that. I can see if he bucked in her face, but he was just trying to get his wife. And to him, I mean, you know what I'm saying? To him, it probably looked like she was getting attacked by all these women. And so he was just trying to get his wife. But let Matt tell it, and then Latrice too, because when she go tell Glenn over dinner, she was definitely telling him that he stepped in her face. She's like, shouldn't no man be getting in our business and stepping to nobody? Girl, he was trying to get his wife. I don't think Latrice, you be reaching too much. Like, you stay reaching. But anyways, it shows them traveling to the Gulf to go to Carrie's therapy session, and all the girls went because she had invited them to lunch to invite them. She had invited Marie Monroe, Tamara, and Selena. And she was like, why you didn't invite them? She was like, because, you know, we're going to go do this therapy session or whatever. So she invites them to their home. They have their brick and spoon. You know, that's their restaurant they have over there. And so they eat lunch or whatever. And all the girls are coming. And Latrice gets up in there. You could tell when she'd be so uncomfortable. But I feel like they had a therapist come over there. I feel like Latrice is like has such a young girl mentality to me. You can tell, first of all, you can tell because she married an older man. And that normally means like you have, you know, father issues, and you know, you pretty much, you know, little girl vibes, especially when they have to have hearts to hearts. And so the therapist comes in. Letitia was like, I have a therapist that I pay, and it ain't nobody up in here. It ain't Carrie, and it ain't this lady. But the beautiful therapist comes up there. When I tell you she gathered their ass together, gathers them down to their socks. You hear me? So first they started, she was pretty much asking like what the deal was, and Latrice starts off. And she's pretty much saying like, I want to, if I can have a reset the group, things of that nature, because like she feel like they need to start over again, and Latrice is just like, start over for what? Like like you the one that's the problem. She like, you the one that's the danger, sweetie. Daggone well. Like really, like when Latrice has your argument, where's your receipts? What's your point? Like she called her a bad person. I would be like, how so, sweetie? She said, you are too. She shouldn't have said that. She should have said, because first of all, she's not a bad person. And she should have said, Latrice, what makes you think I'm a bad person? What have I done to display that I'm a bad person? You know what I'm saying? I hate when people make these blanket statements about people and don't have nothing to back it up. Like, what really is your reasoning for saying that she's a bad person? Like, I really want to know. Like, what's your reasoning? What has she done? She thinks she's going behind her back talking to old co-workers, and she said just run to. Girl, have you ever crossed your mind they lying? Have you ever crossed your mind they trying to get back on the show? I mean, so you can't just be taking somebody else's word, but girl, you can't. And that's what she's doing. And you calling somebody a bad person because you don't even have the facts right. You're just assuming that they're telling the truth. You already said they were just run to, disrespectful, just run to old ex-employees. So what makes you think that you can believe them? Like, and you just taking their word and running for no. I think she knows that they lying. But she just wants to have something bad on Letitia. She wants to have something bad on her so bad. And I really don't get it. But anyways, Tamara ends up not being able to come to all the way to her house because while they're in the car, she gets a call that that her father had a stroke. And then I heard Selena say she had a stroke. I said, damn, did I miss that? That must be in the. I watched the Bells from the season 1 though. I don't remember her saying she had no stroke, but she was like, I had a stroke too. I'm here. I said, damn, girl. She's a bad bitch, though. I said, you had a stroke and you looking like that, you better go ahead. But she did lose her son. I said, listen, if that'll give anybody a stroke, I know that's right shit. Through Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because when I tell you, that Martell is a piece of work. That's the main thing I want to talk about. Like, I'm going to just run through that. I don't have that much notes on Love and Marriage. But yes, that was the season 11, episode 1. Of Love and Marriage. But anyway, so let me finish this therapy session. So the therapist, they start off good. Like I said, Letitia starts off and she's pretty much saying like pretty much what I was saying. Like, you're just depending on other people's, like, where are the facts? Like, you can't just point the finger and then be like, oh, I don't know who said that, but it's true. No, girl. And so and Latrice starts saying, she's like, when somebody keeps doing something to you, and then she was like, it's not nobody in this collective that's doing one thing to one person. And then so I forget exactly how they got so mad at each other, but they started calling each other bitch. Carrie has to stand up and was kind of like trying to diffuse the situation. Latrice starts crying. When I tell you she must have took Selena's Burberry, I think it was Burberry scarf and was trying to wipe her nose with it, I would have been like, okay, I know you upset, but sweet, I don't wear labels like that. I was like, yeah, baby, I know you upset, but if you can, you let go of the Burberry, please. Thank you. I believe it was Burberry. It may have been something else. I think it was Burberry though. When I was dying, I was like, Latrice, like, you use your own shirt or something, girl. You don't be grabbing nobody's damn Burberry scarf to wipe your nose, girl. Yeah, we wouldn't been fighting because of that. I would have said, we would have been straight. If I know you upset, but nah, baby, I ain't the one of the two. But anyways, so they the therapist is trying to get them to stop, and then she's like, you guys call yourself Bells? Like, she gathered them together. She really did gather them. It needed to be. So when Latrice starts crying, the therapist is like, see, like, that must be something. This girl's over here crying. Then Letitia starts crying. And so hopefully it doesn't leave off with them hugging yet, but the therapist is still there. They're trying to talk it out, and hopefully they can come to some type of resolve, because I am tired of this fight, because it's really over nothing. I can see if you're gonna fight about something. Fight about some shit. Marie Monroe didn't like Latrice last season, but I forget exactly what their fight was about too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't be having time to fight with women. Like, it be stupid stuff, and I'll be like, y'all carrying this out? Like, is this for the show or y'all for real? Because I don't understand. I really don't understand. I understand why Letitia's mad, because she bought that girl, and that question seemed like it was set up for about Glenn. And she already know that her husband stepped out the door. And Latrice knows she was wrong. She knows she was wrong. And so I don't understand Latrice's reason for really being mad at Letitia, because she don't have one. But you let her tell it. Her ex-co-workers are telling her this and that. It's like, girl, you believe now? Knock it off. You just want something to be mad at. So please quit playing. Okay, so let me get into Love and Marriage, season 11, episode 1, really quick. They were on hiatus. They are back. Thank you, God. This is really my jam. Hopefully it picks up a little bit because listen. So the episode starts off with Trisha coming to see Letitia. I'm sorry, all these Letitia and Latrice's like, God dang. Like, I know we pretty much all from the same era of it was all that love because I got a love in my family. So Mama Nam's, I guess love was famous back then because everybody's name was getting on my nerves. But she came to Letitia's house or whatever, and she was saying telling her how her son had got to a car wreck, how he's getting better. It was very sad. She said it like it was nothing. I'll be somewhere wrong. How he was sad or whatever, and then it goes to Nell and Chris, and they're having to sit down. And when I tell you, Nell, Chris has so much patience for her. I know Nell's older. I wish Nell she's very immature to me. I wish I don't know. Nell needs to see either anger management or see a therapist. He puts up with a lot with her. As much as I feel like Chris was tripping because Chris got his license revoked. He's a real estate agent and does all this stuff with properties and stuff, and then she owns her own daycare. So he was asking her if she ever thought about getting a partner, and she was like, "Oh, okay." So pretty much she was just laying down like, "Okay, we got this, we got this, we got that. Like we got properties. We, like pretty much saying like she like you on my payroll. You know what I'm saying? Which is smart. They have a beautiful home too. I just hate the way she decorates. She decorates so old school to me. I'm like, ooh, girl, like, what's up with that furniture? And when they showed their bedroom, I'm like, why y'all bedroom stuff, furniture so dated? You can tell they old, and they from the South, so you can tell from that where that house is set up. But anyways, they're sitting down, and when I tell you, I feel like Chris has so much patience for her because as much as I say, I feel like he was tripping because she was just like, you got your license revoked, you didn't tell nobody nothing, so she's pretty much going in on him. Now, some of the comments were saying that she was demasculating him. No, she wasn't. And I'm tired of everybody feeling like, yes, Toya does emasculate her man. Like, women do. But I don't feel like Nell does. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has. But y'all acting like she's one of these wives and be like, shut the F up and went inside their husband's head. And that hasn't been the case. Like I said, Toya, I agree 100%. She does all day long. But Nell, I don't think so. She never called him a name. She don't be coming for him. She could have easily been like, why you up here dancing and doing on them TikToks? TikTok your ass and get a job real quick while you get, because he was saying he gotta, wait for everything to settle before he could do something about it. And so now I'll be like, TikTok your ass and dance your ass to another job application somewhere else. Don't be telling me how to run my business, talking about getting a partner. Ain't nobody getting a partner for this business. She run her business. She says she can do it in her sleep. Don't come for her business and you to mess yours up. Feel like she was tripping. And he let her go on off, and he just put his head down. I said, oh, poor guy. He just looks so defeated. And sometimes I do feel sorry for men. Even my own husband sometimes. I can be a tyrant, too. I can be a tyrant as well. But I want somebody to please have a little chit chat with me. I'm perimenopausal now, too. Like, if you ever see me acting that crazy, please just come have a talk with me. Because I don't ever want my husband to feel like he's being talked to, and they're not when we're not talking together. But they was definitely, he was getting talked to. But I don't feel like she was emasculating him, no. I don't. Because he was tripping. He was. But just because you done messed up your shit, don't come up here and don't be worried about mine. So you can mess mine up too? Like, yeah, mind your own little business over there in that real estate. Like, no, don't bring it over here. And they'll say, anyways, like I said, I really do feel bad for Chris. And then it goes to Maurice and Kimmy. Now, when I tell you, I just been so disappointed in Maurice. He used to be my favorite husband. He's definitely attractive. I think he's the finest husband. Because Martell, listen, I can't even call that man attractive because how much I cannot stand him. I despise that man. I really do. Back in the day when they first started, my sister and him and friends was like, oh my God, he's so fine. I've always been like, I can't even see where you find that because that's how much I despise a man like him. Despise. And so, anyways, it goes to Kimmy and Maurice, and I just been so disappointed in him. And Kimmy's trying to explain to him, like, pretty much how he has a lack of kindness or care about, he doesn't think about anybody else's feelings, which I didn't know that about him. But she was just like the more she tries to show him how to be thoughtful, he makes a joke and doesn't take it serious. And so he might want to get it together for she leave him somewhere. And she was like, no wife wants to hear about how she just wants him to be happy. He wants her to be happy, even if it's with somebody else. She was like, nobody want to hear that. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all because she ain't lying. Like, I mean, people think me and my husband's relationship is weird because me and my husband started off as friends, and we will always be friends. Like, he's my friend before anything. And so we kind of have, I can say a weird relationship, but I will tell him anything. And so we're, like I said, we're friends first, and so he don't mind telling me anything either. But you know, like marriage is hard, and it takes time. They still figuring each other out, but they're having their conversation outside on their patio or whatever. Hopefully they get it together too. I don't want to see them break up because they've been through a lot together, and I can tell how much he really loves Kimmy. And so, anyways, she also brought up a interview that he had with Carlos King, and when he was saying like when his wife rolls over to have sex with him, how she feel like she's taking one for the team the same way he's taking one for the team, being there to support her. And she was like pretty much saying how she didn't like that. I wouldn't either. And just like your wife is your spouse and your partner in life. She's not a tool. She's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I would hate to feel like used, you know what I'm saying? Like I would hate to be the type of wife to be like, damn, I'm so tired of you. Like every time I turn around, you ready. Like even though because I'm not finna be over here hurting because your appetite is so huge. Now I know she's older. And I know a couple people that, you know, are married to a younger man, and it kind of makes a woman insecure a little bit. And so I don't know if that's it, but I would have to have a strong conversation with him. Like, no, you're not just gonna be using me. Like, I'm not a tool. I'm your partner. I'm your spouse. Like, yes, I know sex is very important in a relationship, but you got a problem. You might want to go talk to the people. Like, he's for real. He might need a sex therapist because that's just ridiculous. Talking about she taking one for the team because he wants to be supporting her. No, boo boo. No, that's a problem. He was adopted. Shows her talking to her grandparents at a home, saying that she's about to meet her. Destiny meets up with her grandparents that adopted her, and she's telling them that she's going to go meet her siblings, and her mom is coming too. Meet up with Chris. So Chris and Martell meet up with Ken, and this is why I want to recap. Okay, guys, I'm pretty sure you guys watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, but if you don't, go back to season 1. Martell was married to Melanie? Yeah, Melanie. Very pretty girl, and they have 4 children together. She ended up getting pregnant, actually, when they were about to separate, because she was saying he's a serial cheater. But I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to go ahead and say Melanie knew that he was cheating, period. Because she said at one time, several seasons ago, like, there's such a thing as respectful cheating. No, there's not. Like, maybe in your relationship, but no, I don't want no man to think that there's such a thing as respectful cheating. Unless you and your wife have that agreement, there's not. And if we're going off biblical, like Curtis was saying, it's adultery, period. Point blank in the period. If you're married and you said, I went before God and said, I do, to one man, you committing adultery. That's it. There's no such thing. So I feel like she knew that her husband was cheating, and she was just allowing it. And she was probably out in the streets too, because he says it all the time. Like, you cheated too, you cheated too. So clearly they must have had an arrangement, open marriage or something. And so now he's with the girl that he had a baby on her with. Now they're together. And so he's, I guess, living in a house for he got a house for her all to live in. I was sorry for that girl. Like, for real. Like, I don't give a damn how he talking about his kids. He got a curve and a hook. Don't nobody. I don't care if it does magic. Like, the way you are as a man, she can have you and whoever else you with. Because I know it ain't just her, clown. And so Ken and Martell and Chris sit down. And I don't know what's up with Marcel and Chris. I don't know if I seen that scene. Because it was a scene with Marcel and Chris about his license. I think that scene might be coming up. I don't think I've seen it or I missed that, one of the two. Because Marcel is tripping. Because Chris was like, who the hell are you? I ain't got to tell you a mother effing thing. I'm like, for real. I don't know who Marcel think he is. But I'm either it ain't showed it yet. I'm going to have to go back and see if I missed that. Because I don't know what he tripping off on. But anyways, all 3 of them sit down. They're talking to Ken because Ken is having issues with all these girls' names. So Ken and Trish are having issues or whatever, and he moved out. He got his own place, or whatever. And so I wonder if he's still paying their house note on that other house. He probably is. He's such a good man. He really is a good dude. She might want to quit playing because she's giving playing. And then he was kind of acting like he don't trust her, but I wouldn't either. I don't know if I would trust her. I don't know if her ex-husband did her wrong for so long, but even when that stuff with Martell was coming, she was lying for too long. So I don't know if I would trust her either because she do seem to have a lying problem. But anyways, he moved out or whatever. And when I tell you, Martell was telling him, like, you can go out there and get you a 25 or 27-year-old. Like, you know, like some of these women need to be controlled. And you hear me? Even the man, Chris was like, no, because if you controlling a woman, like, they're their own person. Like, why would you want to control a woman like that? Like, if you really, if that's what a man's agenda is, you need to ask yourself why. And you need to really look at it within yourself, because you're the one that's insecure. You're insecure. If you get a woman and your main goal is to control her, and then he had the nerve to be like, oh, and she wouldn't go nowhere without me. Do you hear yourself? Like, for real. Like, do you hear yourself? Like, any man that wants to control a woman, you need to go talk to people. Like, you have a deep insecurity about yourself. I don't know what happened to your mama. I don't know what happened between you and your daddy. But you need to go fix your trauma and the issues that you got. But if we take that out on a woman that's over there minding her business, I feel sorry for that girl. But she slept in her bed. She slept in her bed, clearly is what she wants. He's like, you know how many women that want somebody to take care of them? Yes, I've said, I don't know how many times, my husband's an amazing provider, always has been. But my husband has never ever treated me like that. Never ever be like, oh, I gotta know exactly where the hell you at. No, I had a male best friend for I don't know how long. Like, he had a female best friend for I don't know how long. Okay? Like, if either you trust your spouse or you don't. It's either one or the other. That's it. Either you trust them or you don't. And if you don't, let them go. Let them go. You want to control this woman, and then she can't go nowhere. Get the hell out of here, Martell. Like, you really got a serious issue, and I don't think you'll never be happy in your relationships until you go talk to people, until you go get a therapist and really get your confidence in check or whatever's wrong with you. But it's definitely something, and you'll never be happy a successful relationship. You won't. And if you happy, she ain't. She's not happy. And so your relationships are always going to be what they were. You're going to continue to be divorced. You're going to continue to be by yourself, or you're going to continue to be cheated on. Because you're the type of man that actually deserve to be cheated on. I'm sorry, it's true. Talking about these women need to be controlled. Go ahead. Okay. And how is that, sir? How do we need to be controlled? That's a show enough would be the question. I might have to ask one of the questions for the reunion. Why? And what does a woman do that makes her need to be controlled? For what? You just want to control somebody so you can feel more like a man. Just be a man, and that's it. Control your kids. And your mouth. Trifling ass nigga. And so anyways, okay, so yeah, he was like, you know how many women want to be taken care of and bills paid? Yeah. Yes. That's okay. Some women probably do. But I don't think there's one woman that was like, you know what? I want my husband to be controlling. As long as he takes care of all the bills, I want him to not want me to go anywhere unless he's with me. I don't know no women like that. And if there is, then she got a problem too. Point blank in the period. And then so Kimmy and Destiny and Trish meet up. They're having Taco Tuesday. They're having lunch or whatever like that. And I don't know what it is about her problem is, but she wants one. She do. I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody say. She wants one with Destiny. She I don't know if she just don't like Destiny. I don't know if I don't think she will be jealous because she's single and she's a single mother. I don't know nobody, but like, I wouldn't be a single mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what her problem is with Destiny. Maybe because she can go out in these streets and talk to everybody. I don't know. Because the little boy that both of them boys with the dreads. What's the name, son? Nail, and what's the name? Their son. He's a cutie. He just short. But that other one, Destiny was talking to, and she seems to like a little bit more. I don't know why she started talking to him. I'll be like, so what's up with you? What's up with you? Boy, fine. Okay. But I don't know what Trisha's probably. She want one with Destiny though. She do. She want one with Destiny. And I'll be over here looking at her like, girl, what Destiny do? And Destiny just all calm about it, and she just be trying to talk to her all calm, and Trisha be over there. Listen, I'm like, listen, girl, I don't know what your problem is, but I don't even care. Take it somewhere else. I will have to. Some women you gotta just be like, okay, then you just gotta wave off, and I would be like, girl, gone. I wouldn't even care no more. I'm like, we ain't gotta have no conversation. We don't you do what you do over there. And I'm gonna do what I do over here, but I ain't got time for you because you want a problem, and I don't have time for that. And so I'm waiting on Destiny. People like, girl, go on somewhere. I'm tired of you. Go find out what Marcel doing. Go get in his business, because I don't know why she wanted so bad with Destiny. Destiny over there minding her business. She don't want no problems. She over there minding it. She really is. She better than me. She is better than me. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week to recap the rest of the shows. But be blessed. Peace and blessings. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.